Alright, so it is that time of the year where we get pickles. So the first thing I do when I make my pickles, I don't like sweet pickles. I like mine dill. And this is a recipe I got from a friend. You leave them sit for 6 weeks after you have them canned. It's a super easy process, and step one is going to be to take and wash your pickles. So I fill up my sink with some cool water, and then I dump all the pickles in, rinse them around, let them soak, and put a little bit of the Thieves fruit and veggie cleaner on here, or fruit and veggie wash, soak, and then just about a capful, which isn't a lot. Let them soak for a while, rinse them off, lay them out to dry on the counter, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, so our pickles are clean and drying. I just washed up 6 jars to start with, put them here to dry a little bit, and I'm gonna go over and start making my brine. Okay, so we're gonna start making our brine. The brine is what you're gonna pour over your pickles or your cucumbers. And so I have 10 cups of water in here. This is 2 cups of white vinegar, and then you can do a half a cup of pickling salt. I choose to use Himalayan salt. It has worked for me in the past. The recipe says pickling salt, but you're gonna want a half a cup of salt. And so I'm gonna start cooking this while I start packing my jars. And my jars are gonna have 2 to 4 cloves of garlic in them, some fresh dill. I'm gonna shove that in there and then pack them with the pickles, and I will show you how that works. Okay, so real simple, you're gonna have your clean jar. You're gonna put 2 to 4 cloves of garlic in there. I have some fresh dill, so I pick a sprig of that, and then I start packing my pickles in. Try to get them in there nice and tight. Obviously at the beginning, you're just kind of sticking them in, but the better you can stack them, the more pickles you can get in there. And then you kind of have to you can stick a clove up here of garlic and a little bit more of the dill in there. But you want to keep them down so you have that head space in there, so you don't really want to bring them up above that little ring area. And these are some of the best and most crisp, almost like store-bought pickles. So there you have it. There's a packed jar. I'm gonna go ahead and pack the rest of my jars so that they're ready to pour the brine over. Once I pour the brine over, I will have the lids and rings ready to go and put them on here, and then we'll hot water bath them. Okay, so there are my jars packed and ready to go. And then I have my brine. It is still cooking, because it didn't take that long. And then over here is gonna be where I hot water bath them. And so I'm getting my lids and rings nice and just sanitized quick while I heat up this water. I'll take the rings out. I'll leave the lids in until I put them on the jars. And I'll put them on the jars right before I put them in here for the hot water bath. So I'm just waiting now for my brine to be ready, and then I will be pouring them over my pickles. So just have to get this dissolved, which is just about ready to go. Okay, so here we go. Our brine is nice and hot and dissolved. We are just gonna go ahead and pour that brine. We're gonna watch it because we want it to go just up to that neck. And I can just set this to the side. Then we are gonna go in here and we're gonna grab a lid. Oh, I take that back. We're gonna grab our rig. And I'm just gonna stick it in here because I forgot, but we wanna make sure we keep this seal clean. So get a nice warm rag ready, and then we'll go ahead and grab our hot lid. And I like to use, new lids each time because it's just a better chance that they seal. Put it on like that. Screw your ring on. And I'm gonna set it to the side because I'm gonna get all 4 of them, because I can fit 4 jars in there ready to go, and then I can put them in there for their hot water bath. So I just go to the next one, give it a little stir, pour that over, like so. washcloth. Not super wet, but good hot water so we get all the junk off that ring. We're going to pour our new lid. Oops, pull it out of the water here. And I'm always just really careful to not touch the rubber part. Just don't want to get anything, I don't like to get anything in the way of it sealing. Grab your ring, that's already out of there. Seal it up. And then the next one. Okay, so now that my things are ready, I'm going to carefully put 4 jars into my kettle. I kind of know this because I've done it before, how far I can fill it. And then I'm gonna set the timer for 5 minutes and do this, it's called a hot water bath. And then I will take them out after 5 minutes, after they're processed for 5 minutes, and they will seal on the counter. There you have it. Those are the 4 that are done processing. I have the next batch going in there, and when you're done, you just let them sit on the counter until they seal. I write the dates on because you want to wait 6 weeks to open and eat these. If they don't seal, we have just eaten them as is. They're still really good, but they get it really nice and crisp after 6 weeks of being in the jars. So quick and easy granny dill recipe that turn out like better than store-bought in my opinion.